Good evening, good evening, good evening. Well, good morning, actually. It's after 12 o'clock on my side of the country in the East Coast. From the Channel 9 studio, this is Sports Chat with Mr. 33. I am he, Mr. 33. And we had a different night on SmackDown, so let's just recap it. My 33 brother, what up, though? What up, my nine? The big bro. Um, I, I y'all gonna have to bear with me because I was kind of disgusted with the actual show, but I'm gonna recap it with y'all, so y'all bear with me. So Cody started off the show tonight. I don't know why he keeps starting off the show like he the champ. But that's another story for another day. Uh, so Cody asks what he want to talk about. Jacob comes down to the ring and he's like, "Yo, I had y'all dudes taken out in that triple threat last week, but your boy came out there. His boy being McIntyre. I'm paraphrasing a lot of this, so the McIntyre came and interrupted the match, gave Sammy the win. Oh, okay. Uh, so he calling he calling Drew out to fight. Drew starts fighting. Well, not Drew. Uh, Jacob start fighting everybody in the ring. Drew goes into the crowd. Sammy. Jacob tried to go out there and get him. Uh, everybody's still mad about the situation. Cody made it. Uh, I believe Sammy's in there. So I don't know what them two came out for, but it like the whole situation is it's just a whole it's I can't grasp it, right? I really can't. No, Cody didn't make it. Cody got I mean Jacob didn't make it. Excuse me. I mean Sammy didn't make. He got crossroads trying to get at Drew, trying to help him out. But they're gonna have an argument later on in the show. So the next match was Dragunov versus Tamatanga. Uh, Dragunov with his little heavy-handed self, uh, he starts the match off hot, hits Tamatanga with a boot. Uh, they start go at it. Uh, so Tama takes advantage. He starts to brawl with him. As much as much heavy-handed as Dragunov is, with the chops and the snaps and the smacks and all of that. I don't even know what they say. Oh, I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Um, Thomas starts to get aggressive. Then Dragunov try to get advantage, but the MFTs step in the way. Uh, they help out Tamatanga. Tamatanga ends up hitting his little backhand uh, cross arm move. Gets the 3 count. That's his finisher. I can't remember the name of the finisher. Uh, Gets a 3 count. MFTs try to jump on him. They start jumping on him. Matt Cardona Apollo comes in try to help him. Then they get stomped on. Then Uncle Howdy appears like, "Yo, you sitting there you hide behind your family. Let's see how you can do this by yourself." And he just dipped off. But Tama Tonga does get the win over Dragunov. Uh, this might be a very important push for Tama Tonga. So, but later on we see Solo tell him, "Listen, I know you want that belt, but I need you to focus on this lamp. Like the lamp ain't got nothing to do with nothing." And then they have a conversation, but in that same segment, Nakamura tells him, "Listen, man, you gonna keep following this dude, and you ain't becoming your own man. You keep following this dude. It's not helping you." And he's like, "I've been my own man, like not following this dude." But that was later on. But what? Like I said, Tomatonga is breaking up wins. I don't know if they're going to put him up against Carmelo Hayes soon. We got to find out what happened with Carmelo Hayes in this elimination chamber match. So then we go to Jade. Jade comes out, has a speech. I know Liv is coming to Atlanta to make her choice, but this is for Liv and whoever else wins the elimination chamber match, whoever's going to win it. She said, "I'm still that bitch," and then dropped the mic and walked up out of there. So that was her segment. of the show. Nothing, like I said, nothing really happening as far as that. So then we get to the women's elimination chamber match. Uh, Charlotte, Kiana James, and Nia. Uh, Nia was, she starts off hot, and she used her strength through the little booty dance in Kiana James' face. Start pushing Charlotte around. Then Charlotte gets the advantage. Then they start to, Charlotte gets her advantage. Kiana James try to get involved and get a little momentum as well. They move her out the way. Uh, Kiana James gets an advantage and she does a Samoa drop on Nia Jax. But then we see at the end that Charlotte Flair is trying to get a figure eight. And out of nowhere, Kiana James comes in and gets a pin, gets the 3 count, and she advances to the Elimination Chamber. So Kiana James defeat Charlotte Flair and Nia Jax. The fact that she got the pin and while Charlotte was in the figure eight position was something that nobody saw coming. And it's kind of refreshing to see they giving these young people the opportunity to build themselves up. But big win for Kiana. She's the last participant from SmackDown to get in the Elimination Chamber, and we'll go over those situations later, or those participants as well. I almost called him Kit Kat. Kit Wilson versus Overfemi. Overfemi comes out to the ring. Kit's like, "Yo, let me read your poem." He started reading poems and stuff like, "What is this, Romeo and Juliet?" And he's like, "Yo," say, "Yo, read me another one." And he read another one, and that lasted about five minutes or so. Over brings him in, crushes him, gets the pin. Uh, Overfemi defeats Kit Wilson. Uh, that's self-explanatory. We knew that match wasn't going to be that long because he whooped him the last time, and that was brief. Uh, then we had Tiffany Stratton versus Albert Fry. Uh, this match was pretty cut and dry as well. Tiffany Green, Tiffany Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany time. She did whatever she needed to do. She took advantage of Albert Fry worrying about Chelsea Green. Gets up, punishes her, and hits the greatest moonsault ever. Gets the 3 count. Or the prettiest moonsault ever. Not the greatest one, the prettiest one. Gets a 3 count. That's how Albert Fry loses as usual. Then we get to the men's elimination chamber match: Carmelo, Damian Priest, and Trick Williams. Uh, they well, Trick try to team up with Carmelo to take out Priest, but Melo wasn't part of that. He wasn't doing none of that, and for that, Melo got punished a lot in this match. Uh, uh, Damian Priest hits the Razor's Edge after Melo gets the first 48, can't miss on Trick. Then we see Trick with the high knee with the trick shot. After all that,
wow, you did all that for what?
Damian Priest, and so Trick Williams defeats Priest and Carmelo with the trick shot. So Trick Williams advances to the elimination chamber. Then we had some impromptu matches. We had Julia versus Rhea Ripley. Uh, Rhea Ripley and Julia, they go back and forth. Uh, Julia is showing her little moment of strength and momentum. Uh, but Rhea starts to show her strength, try to hit her with the riptide. Nia Jax comes in the ring. Then Lash Legend comes out and uh, pump kicks her, and the referee rings the bell. Julia gets out. Then we see EO come in, makes a save, gets Nia out the ring, and Rhea clotheslines Lash Legend out the ring. But it was ruled a no contest because of the interference. The final match of the night, which I oh okay, was Randy Orton versus Aleister Black. Uh, Randy Orton was in control most of this match. Uh, Aleister Black had very few momentum occasions, but we see as Randy tries to get Aleister Black back in the ring, Drew McIntyre comes out and hits him with the belt. Uh, as Randy rolls in, Aleister Black hits him with a super kick. What's the name of that thing? Magic, Black Magic gets the pin on Randy Orton, 3 count. So Aleister Black actually defeats Randy Orton with help from Drew McIntyre. Even though Cody Rhodes tried to come in and help, it didn't mean nothing because Aleister Black gets the win. Uh, Side notes, Black Mass. Yeah, I said Black Magic. I think about Blue Magic. Y'all don't mind me. Uh, in the background, in like the off-scene segments, Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn get into an argument. Sammy gets mad because he tried to help Cody. Cody said, ain't nobody stopping you but you. You keep wanting to blame everybody. Blame yourself." And I guess Sammy took it well. After Trick told him, "Watch what I do. I'm gonna go ahead and get the job done," which he did. Sammy ran him down. It's like, "Cody, I apologize. We know you're gonna be champ soon. You get all the privileges and all this other stuff." And he just, I don't know what the hell Sammy doing. Some minutes he want to go ahead and black out, and then some minutes he just want to be a forgiver. Uh, yeah, but my problem with the show tonight was this: that I thought that the the elimination match should have been the last match because I knew the Aleister Black match was going to be boring and dull, and the Rhea Ripley match shouldn't even occur. Why were they even over there? They're not fighting for no tag team titles. It was nothing about nothing. It took away from the fact that Trick Williams get the victory, and we got to see the young guns, Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. They got to perform. Melo, he's all right, but he took a lot of bumps. Damian Priest, you know, did a lot of the work tonight, whether it was putting on the moves and things like that. But the fact that match wasn't, last because it leads to the Elimination Chamber, which we're all looking forward to, which is next Saturday. Uh, it didn't, you know, it took away from the win for Trick Williams. And if you're trying to get these young people up there, you're trying to push their momentum. You gotta give them the spotlight, right? Uh, so I was upset about that. I was actually surprised that Kiana James won her match. I didn't even think she was even going to be a factor in the match. But she became the main factor because she stole a pinfall from Nia, I believe. So just the fact that just this week alone we had Javon Evans win the Elimination Chamber qualifier. We had Kiana James win the Elimination qualifier, and now we have Trick Williams. So the last three participants for both men and women were, just coming out from NXT, not even a year ago. So it's not that they trying to, for some reason they trying to make Over look like damn Goldberg. So I don't know. You know what I mean? They keep letting them fight people like Trick Williams, Kit Wilson, and beat up two tag the what was it, the War Raiders and things like that. They trying to make him like Goldberg. I know some people trying to compare him to Brock, but they making him look like Goldberg. Like he just finishing people in 3 minutes and 2 seconds and 5 seconds. So they trying to make him look like I said, Goldberg. But then they got this little stupid box thing that says don't over me till the elimination chamber. I'm gonna take a guess and say somebody like Brock Lesnar in the box, so he gonna you know I guess he gonna come out and fight somebody. I guess I don't know. Uh, but it's very interesting to see what's gonna happen with that box because we know for Monday night the last spots in the elimination chamber match is gonna be hold on. I just had this. That's what happened when you go on later than you're supposed to. Um, for the men, it's gonna be Bronson Reed, Jey Uso, and the original El Grande Americano, which is Chad Gable. That should be a decent match. And for the women, it's gonna be Raquel Rodriguez, Kyrie Sane, and Io Sky. I don't know who gonna win. I ain't gonna. Well, one is in, one is out. Yeah, they showed the box on SmackDown, but he told them to send it back to Raw. I'm like, why don't y'all just send the shit to the goddamn Elimination Chamber arena so you ain't gotta worry about it? But you know, but so for Monday, I'm gonna pick. Well, since no tag team partners is in there, I'm gonna pick Raquel to win for the women, and they'll probably let Jay win just for him to fall on his face again. So I'm gonna pick Jay and Raquel to win the elimination qualifying matches. Um, and those are the last spots for the the chamber match. Like I said, the chamber is next Saturday. What is that? 8 o'clock Eastern. I think it's in Chicago. Yeah. Well, yeah, 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock. It's gonna be about that time. Uh, I don't. I'm gonna wait till Friday to predict that, so I can get all six of the participants for both the men and the women. But it just seemed like it's gonna be Cody, but I don't see him. I got questions behind all that because if Cody wins, so what's the Brock Lesnar angle? They got him on all the profiles and the picks and things like that as far as WrestleMania. So what's his angle? You see what I'm saying? It was just four of them, but it's like 6, 7 women on the WrestleMania uh the promo. So I'm like, okay, I'm trying to understand what y'all trying to do with this. So it may be Cody, but give me till Friday so I can see what happens on Monday night as far as SmackDown. So I can see what's going on from both sides. So I could pick the men and the women and the title matches. Uh yeah, so that's you know, like I said, once I seen the match, the Elimination Chamber match, I was really ready to stop watching it because, like I said, they try to show surprises, but the surprises was I never thought you could have a boring surprise, but that's what it was tonight, right? The fact that you got Aleister Black beating Randy Orton as the main event, which was goofy, right? Don't make no sense. I mean, it makes sense because Drew McIntyre is trying to push the chamber match, but I don't even understand how that goes. And then they have Rhea and Julia. That, like I said, that match was irrelevant. They could have put those in front of everything. Then they had the Albert Fry Tiffany Stratton match. I guess she called herself trying to redeem Chelsea Green. That didn't come to fruition. So it was like all for nothing. You know what I mean? So I was really kind of upset about the fact that these matches all were behind the actual match that matters, which is the Elimination Chamber match. The women don't, nobody's trying to sound sexist or anything like that, but they do the women like that. They make them the first, the the midway point of the show, and then the men will probably finish it off. But they didn't do that tonight. They did something like that. That I mean, I guess that win for Aleister Black means something, but does it really? You know what I mean? Like, does it really mean something for him? Because he's gonna fall. He's not even a part of the. He's not even a part of the Elimination Chamber. Why are we giving these guys wins like that? It's different when you give Kiana James the win because she's going to the chamber match. It's different when you give Trick the win. But if you want that momentum for Trick Williams to keep going, you may come last, and that whoop that trick goes all the way to the end of the show, right? Goes all the way through. But I guess they wanted Drew to be seen last as champion. I mean, it just didn't make any sense for me. So I didn't grasp it or understand none of it. So, but yeah. So that was my little like major gripe with the show tonight. Yeah, I just like I said, I just ain't understand it. I didn't understand it at all. I was like, okay, this is not this is not making on this to show what you know what I mean. Like this doesn't make any sense. I'm trying to give y'all some NBA scores from the night. I'm trying to pull it up as we speak. Because they got a wild game going on right now between the Lakers and the Clippers. It's 114 to 110 with 4:25 to go. The Lakers are up. Well, 111 now as they just made a free throw. All right, here we go. You got scores. We'll start off with the 10. The Wizards host the Pacers. The Wizards get the 131 to 118 win. 39. The loss. The Pacers go to 15 and 42. In Memphis, the Grizzlies host the Jazz. The Grizzlies get a 123, 133 with the loss. Utah goes to 18 and 59. In Charlotte, the Cavs came to 113 win. With the win, the Cavs go to 36 and 21. With the loss, Charlotte drops to 26 and 31. In Miami, in Atlanta, excuse me, the Heat came up top to see the Hawks, and they win. Miami goes to 30 and 27. With the loss, Atlanta goes to 27-31. In Minnesota, the T-Wolves host the Mavs. The T-Wolves get the 122 to 111 loss. Dallas goes to an OKC 6 win. With the win, the Thunder go to 43 and 14. With the loss, Brooklyn drops to 15. Visit the Pelicans. The Bucks get the 139 and 118 win. With that win, the Bucks go to 24 and 30. With the loss, the Pelicans drop to 15 and 42. The Trailblazers host the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets score 157 points. The final score was 157 to 103. With the win, the Nuggets go to 35 and 21. Portland still active. That's happening right now is the Lakers and the Clippers at the Lakers hometown. The Lakers are winning 117 to 113 with just over 3 minutes to go. A lot of things have been happening in the well, not really happening. We had the All-Star break. We had all these things occurring. Um, it's just, we find out that Kyrie Irving is not coming back for the Mavs for the rest of the year. They told him, shut it down. They did the same in Sacramento with Zach LaVine and Sabonis. They're having these situations with the tanking situation, the tanking problem. This problem has been going on for way too long. Did LeBron just dip an air ball? He sure as hell did. He laid up an air ball. I ain't seen that in a while. Wow. 115, 117 with 2:35 to go. Um, this the fact that people are tanking and they're not even guaranteed to get the number one draft pick no more is crazy. We see the Jazz. They had a 15-point lead, tied all these starters down, didn't bring them back in, turned around and lost. They got fined a substantial amount of money for it. I think somebody else got fined for the same thing. Like, listen, they started this. They started this a long time ago. So I'm not shocked that people are trying to see if they can get the number one spot. I'm because this is what they've been doing this, right? Whether it's the Pelicans, well, Dallas didn't tank per se. They just had a whole bunch of injuries, but they got the number one draft pick. Uh, but we still Philly. That was their process. That was their entire process. Trust the process. They got Joel Embiid out of it, Maxi out of it. Uh, they had like three number one picks. What has it done for them? It doesn't matter if you get the picks. It's what you do with the picks. Do you have the right front office to make the picks work for you? And a lot of these guys don't. The pass, you missed the layup. Um, it's just weird when you set yourself up to win something and you lose because you won the pick, right? Like you see how many people get the number one pick and then they fail with it, and people are flopping and tanking and doing all this other nonsense. That's a foul. Offensive foul. Good call. Um, it's just like I said, it doesn't make any sense. And the fact that people are really doing this, like the Jazz is trading for people. You all you got to do is just hold still. You're gonna have a good team in the next year or two, provided that oh my God, not Laurie Markin. What is this dude's name? Oh God, the other 7 footer. They got Kessler, Walter Kessler. They got Walter Kessler. They got
Is he
Jaron
challenging that
Jackson,
shit?
Jaron Jackson Jr., and you got Lloyd Marketing. So you got three guys. You got Keontae George. All you need to do is just stay the course, see if it works, and then you go ahead and see if it's working. But because they're doing what they do, they got fined, and now they talking about trying to take draft picks from people that's tanking. They should have done that a long time ago. Um, but besides that, we should be focusing on the team that's trying to make a playoff push. We should see if the teams like the Spurs are going to be able to dethrone the Oklahoma City Thunder, or will the Nuggets? We just seen them score 157 points. Will they be able to do anything to dethrone the champs? And in the Eastern Conference, we see the Detroit Pistons. They just took out the Knicks last night very easily. Can they maintain that to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, let alone to the NBA Finals, right? Or will this trade for James Harden make Cleveland look different? Or the talk of Jason Tatum possibly coming back within the season, will this help? Oh yeah, he's moving. I just saw that they may overturn that. Jason Tatum possibly coming back from Boston. Will they for Boston? Will that help them get to another thing or another get them to the finals? Right. We got so many questions that we got to look forward to. Right. But we shouldn't be worried about no damn tank, and that should be held quiet. That should be left alone. That shouldn't even be talked about because who the hell cares if they tanking? They ain't gonna make no noise. Look, we see the Mavs got Cooper Flag this year. Look, they telling people to sit down. They making trades. They traded Anthony Davis. They trade a whole bunch. They traded away half the team just to start over. So what's the point of the trick? What's the point of getting the pick if you're not going to be able to be successful in the year? It takes a couple of years for that number one guy to get developed as far as team chemistry, right? Because if you're going to build around that number one guy, it's going to take you some time. Whether you go through free agency, through trades, drafts, whatever, it's going to take you a year or two to get that guy surrounded by the right people. This ain't back in the days where you can get somebody like Magic Johnson to play with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar his first year, or Larry Bird. You know what I mean? It's not those type of days. It's going to take you some years to get to the get your team established if you picking for the number one pick and to develop them and get people around them. So it's kind of hard to sit there and go through this situation. It just don't sound right. Like even right now, I'm watching. Like I said, I'm watching the Clipper game. Right, we saw the Clippers start off the season like what 6-21. Now if they pull this game out, well, they're down by three with just about a minute to go. Uh, if they pull this out, they'll be up. They'll be able to reach 500. Well, uh, the Lakers just got an N1, so it's 123 to 118 with just under a minute to go. Um, so yeah, it's hard to figure out, but you got teams this is the playoff push. We why are we worried about the dudes that's tanking?
Fucking free throw, man.
You know what I mean? You can't sit there and worry about things like that. If you worry about that, you taking away from the team that's trying to make the playoff pushes, right? And that's just goofy by itself. You know what I mean? Oh well, Clippers just got and one. Uh, Jones Jr. just got fouled by somebody, so now they're going to the line. The score is 123 to 120. With 46 seconds, y'all bear with me. I might as well call the rest of this game. He missed the free throw. Lopez up. He dropped it to Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves tell everybody get out of there. They're about to get 8 seconds. Reeves with the ball at the top, at the logo. 8 with the screen. Passes it to Luka. 8 on the shot clock. Luka, the top of the key, 3-point line. Oh, oh, oh.
With a foul though.
0 seconds. Foul call. No.
Should have been called the foul.
No. The basket wasn't made. Foul on Chris Dunn. Foul with 21.2 seconds to go. Luka goes to the line. Yeah, but even with that, right? We see what happened, right? So the Clippers, they started trading people. They trade James Harden, they trade Zubac, they trade a couple guys. First free throw is good, 124 to 120. And then that's what I said. It's like people gave up on certain things. Now they're gonna say that James Harden he left because he wanted some more money, but I would have kept him just to see how far we can get as far as the season. Second free throw good. Pass to Dunn. Under 20 seconds. Dunn's dribbling. Goes below the free throw line. Passes it to Mathurin. Mathurin misses layup. They call a foul on Aiden. With 9.7 seconds. The foul was called on DeAndre Aiden. Mathurin goes to the line. Shooting 2. Oh, excuse me, Miller. I said Matherin Miller. Um, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They make those trades, even though they started winning, they still made the trade. Like they gave up on the season. So I don't know what the hell these execs think. First free throw is good. This is why I say, it's easy for us to have these conversations about it, but now it's time for us to, we might as well just make fantasy leagues ourselves because we make it sound like it's easy, right? You do this second free throw good. Timeout Lakers with 9.7 seconds to go. Uh, right? If you make your own league and your own teams and things like that, you get to decide who. That's why we gonna do the football fantasy league this year because it's the same thing. We shouldn't. Hey, you shouldn't. This guy should cook against this team, and okay, well, if you got that guy in your fantasy league, you should either start him or sit him, right? So you get to make that decision yourself. So I'm super excited about it. Uh, Developing this fantasy league this summer. Like I said, we'll have more conversations about that in April. Excuse me, August when we start. July to set up the draft before the season starts. Hopefully, those that are listening or those that catch this replay, if you want to be a part of it, you're welcome to be a part of it. It's free. We ain't. It's no money involved. It's none of that. We just doing this because we can have a conversation. We can be like these dudes that's getting paid millions of dollars, and we're doing it, having conversation, talking about our decisions and things like that. Doing a 18-week football season, which is going to be a nice little 4-month period from September to January. We're gonna have that. And like I said, if you want to do it, y'all just let me know. We'll set it up and put more information out as we go along. But it's just very we all have that conversation. We all play uh Monday night quarter or Monday quarterback or whatever. What a poor pass, LeBron. Okay, Batum for three. Batum misses. Braun with the rebound. Did Braun get fouled? Oh, they didn't call the foul. They just let the clock run out. So the Lakers get away with the victory, 125 to 122. With the win, the Lakers go to 34-21. With the loss, the Clippers go to 27-29. That was a little goofy pass too by LeBron. Batum had an open shot, he just missed. Um, but yeah, so that's just that's just what we're gonna do on this channel. Like I said, everybody's welcome. It ain't no, you know, whoever you wanna do this, we can do this. You know what I mean? I was so like I said, I was excited. I didn't push it well enough last year, but this year I'm starting early. Look, I'm starting in February. We ain't even do the NFL draft, but I'm just telling y'all I'm giving a heads up. Excuse me, you know what I mean? So with that, all of this is like I said, all this to build uh, camaraderie, conversations, make people that's gonna come over here feel comfortable. We could talk about it. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm the general manager of this team. I'm the general manager of that team. My defense got my defense got a shutout. We get this amount of points. My running back ran for 100 yards. We get this amount of points. My quarterback threw for 300 yards. We get this amount of points. All of that's going to be done. So like I said, we can stop talking about what we should have done, what we could have done. We get to build our team. We get to allow our team to play, and that's what we're gonna do. Like I said, now the basketball one we're gonna have to wait. We'll figure that out in June, right? We'll start planning that in June. If people want to participate in that, it's easy to have like a couple people. We want to have a nice round, a nice round number. 10 people in the thing, right? Like I said, it's gonna be free. We just kicking it. You know what I mean? We kicking it Sunday nights or whatever nights we going do football obviously gonna be Sunday night, Monday night to do the recaps, the scores and recaps and stuff like that. Monday night we do the final tallying of the scores, obviously, because Monday night, Monday night is the last game of the week officially. You know what I mean? So yeah, we can do that. You know what I mean? And like I said, anybody's welcome. We ain't biased. We ain't trying to make nobody feel unwelcome. We want everybody to come in and join. But it's up to you guys to come in and do that thing. You know what I mean? And like I said, everybody's welcome. You got time to figure out how to draft. You got time to figure out who you would want to pick. You know what I mean? We just got to do like a who's going to get the first pick, who's going to get the second pick. We got to have this established, right? So the more people that come in, we can start. All right, we got a nice amount of people. The deadline is August. This is not the actual date, right? So I'm gonna just throw a date up there, August 15th, right? August 15th is the last day to join. We got whatever amount of people is going to do it. We're going to do that then. So then we can sit there and do the draft, right? And then we'll probably do the draft on the channel. So that way everybody gets to hear and see who is being picked, how they're being picked, so on and so forth. You see what I'm saying? So we can do it that way. So that way everybody's a part of the situation. Ain't no misunderstandings. It ain't no, well, I didn't pick that person or whatever the case may be. We can do it that way. So that way everybody is there. It's on live. We can rewind it. If we get anything going crazy, we can take that away from it, right? We could take that out the equation. But if we do fumble, we can turn around. Like I said, if an error does occur, we can sit there and get it established. All right, we made a mistake. We're gonna give this person the opportunity to make their pick over or whatever. Right? We get to do it together. If you make us better, we make you better. Better you is better us. Shout out to the Channel 9 studio and the 9%. But at the same time, like I said, we all going through this together. So that's the goal, that's the angle. You know what I mean? That's the goal, that's the angle that we're trying to go through. Why? Because if we really look at it, right, if we got the football season till January, then we got the NBA season from uh October to the end of the regular season is April. So we got that. So you got that nice little 6 to 8 month opportunity to be into something as far as, general managing, watching sports, things like that. Right? Because not I already know I do some baseball, but everybody's don't watch baseball like that. So I get that. Right? We could do it for any league. That's not the problem. That's what's up. You know what I mean? So, at the end of the day, um, yeah, that's what we trying to do over here, right? Like I said, you come home, you know, most people go to work, come home, they get to watch sports. Hey, wait a minute, don't forget to put your team in. All right, let me put my lineup in, right? And then you sit back and watch the sports. Then you probably watch the ticker, whatever ticker you watching, the NFL, ES, whatever it is. You watch it like, oh, let me check my team. Oh, we did good today. Yeah, we got that number one spot, right? And then we just, like I said, we do that for 18 weeks. 18 weeks, we gone till that new year, 20. Man, we be talking about 2027. It's gonna be right here. You know what I'm saying? But we get to do that, have that conversation, and then, like I said, after that football season ends, if basketball is in the mix, if we got it up and popping like that, we go from January to April, and we be in there. But that's what the channel is trying to do. That's what the Channel 9 studio, the executive producers and the the, the producers and the people in the back. That's what we're trying to do. We trying to make this thing operate in all sports in all seasons, so that way we can come back and talk about some things. We talk about a lot of the sports here, but now we get to talk about what we did, what we're doing. Damn, I should have put this person in instead of that one. I should have let this one play instead of that one. I should have started this guy and not that guy. Right? We get to do this ourselves. We get to come up here and talk about it. Right? And if possible, if you guys want it, like if the guys that's in the league, y'all want to come up and talk about it, we'll have an open panel. So we'll have the conversations. You see what I'm saying? All of this is for the channel. All of this is for those in the viewing audience, right? We can do this, and then we start the league, and then we start. Damn, I want to name my team this. Oh, I should have started McCaffrey, or I shouldn't have started Stafford, or whatever we're gonna do. I should have played this defense because I knew they was playing that offense. I knew they were gonna give me some points. Whatever it is, we can do this together, right? The idea is the idea, right? We got the view of projection, but now we're trying to build this to a proper situation. We're trying to build this project together. We got the vision. Now we're going to build the project into into fruition. But it's going to take some. It's going to take a lot of. It's going to take more than just us. It's going to take you guys in the audience, those that are willing to do it. Like I said, we can do the draft. You ain't gotta be camped. I ain't cammed up, so I ain't expecting nobody to be cammed up. You see what I'm saying? When we do it this way, we get to have the conversations. You know what I mean? You can put whatever your name, whatever you want your team name to be. You might want your area code. All right, we the 3-1, we the 315s, or well, I know. I don't think nobody gonna call themselves 304s. I don't think they're doing that. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean. You give the team your name, and then we just all right. This is then we just start picking up. All right, you guys are gonna play this guy. Then next week you play this guy. Then we got to do a season. Like got to do an actual season, right? Okay, we're gonna run through these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it's 10 of us. Okay, you play this one this week. The second guy that second week. The third guy. The fourth guy. The fifth guy. Right? That's 5 weeks. We do that 3 times. We at week 15. See what I'm saying? That's why I said the more people, the merrier. We get to do. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be up to the participants. We're willing to do it. Like I said earlier, no money involved, no fees, none of that stuff. We doing this to build the community, to build the camaraderie here. That's what we're doing this for. We're doing this so we can come together and say, you know what, we doing what we do, right? And then Mondays and Fridays we get to talk what we talk about normally, WWE stuff, right? So to sum up the night, pretty much, as I went on that little diatribe about what we want to do and what we willing to do, right? To sum it up, some uh we saw some surprises tonight on SmackDown. We see Trick Williams. Well, Trick Williams, the biggest surprise was Kiana James. Let's just go there. Kiana James, I didn't even think she was going to do that, but she got the win. She's going to Elimination Chamber. Uh, Trick Williams going to Elimination Chamber with his victory tonight. So now we got one more spot, right? It's either going to be Grande Americano, Jey Uso, or Bronson Reed for the men, Io, Kyrie, and Raquel for the women. I said Raquel, and I said Jay for that. That's what's happening this Monday night at Raw. Um, so that was the gist of the match. Drew McIntyre made an appearance. He hits Randy in the head to make him lose. Uh, Jade telling everybody, whoever picks me, I'm stomping you out. Well, she ain't saying. She just telling them I'm that bitch. Uh, Jacob is upset still that he got robbed. He felt like he got robbed or whatever the case may be. Uh, Tama Tonga is on a winning streak, but Solo telling him, "Yo, we need to keep this lantern from the MFTs." But he trying to get a belt. you know, uh, who else? They just getting Tiffany in action. She had a match against Alba Fry. Uh, a meaningless match. Oh, by the way, Lash Legend and Nia Jax, they're getting a return match for the tag team titles next Friday because of that situation with the count out and the no contest. They're getting that match back. So that's one of the matches we're looking forward to. Before, but I don't even like that. I'm gonna rephrase that because Rhea is supposed to be going to the elimination chamber. So I'm not. That match is booked, but I don't want to say it's for next Friday. I may have jumped the gun, so I ain't gonna lie. If I did, I apologize to the audience now. But Nia and Lash get a rematch at the tag titles, either this Friday or the Friday after the chamber match. And for those of you that didn't see the Royal Rumble, I'm going to check right now while I'm sitting here, right? But I think it's coming on tomorrow on ESPN, the Royal Rumble. I swear I saw that. I'm like, wait, what? What channel was that on? Or was that the Elimination Chamber match? No, it ain't. No, it was Elimination Chamber. They put an Elimination Chamber on tomorrow, Saturday, ESPN, right? Yeah. So that's what they got going on. But no, Melo didn't have no IC title or U.S. Open challenge because he was involved with the Elimination Chamber match. He didn't get the victory because Trick Gun hit the running knee or the trick shot and got the victory. Uh, yeah, so that's just a recap of what happened tonight. Uh, like I said, Monday night we'll go over the winners of the last spot in the Elimination Chamber match. Uh, we I don't want to say we are going to see Roman as the last Monday Night Raw for WrestleMania. I don't know because he's not even going to be involved with that. But Punk is going to be there. Punk and Finn Balor have a match at the Chamber, so they may have a little run in with that. Um, who knows? All six participants may be, but that might be SmackDown. All six participants will probably show up either Monday or Saturday, excuse me, Friday night, and go through a little brouhaha. But, then we got to figure out what's going on with the masked man. Maybe they'll talk about what's in the box. I personally think that Brock is going to come out the box. I don't know. Like I said, I'm trying to understand. Y'all trying to sell me on Brock Lesnar being a part of Mania. And who knows? It could be what's the guy name? Royce Keys. It could be anybody in the box. It's a big box. Royce Keys is a stature guy. Brock is a stature guy. I don't think that's Obafemi because Obafemi is running around from show to show. So it ain't him. Um, but now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, I don't even want to be sexist. Maybe it's a female in the box. Supposedly in the box. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? I don't know. You know what I mean? Who knows? Maybe it's Bianca that's going to jump out the box. I don't know. Or maybe somebody jump out the box and interfere in Seth Rollins match. Excuse me, Becky Lynch match. Who knows? Maybe Seth Rollins. I don't know. Or maybe it's the masked man that's going to jump out the box and damn, if it's the masked man, that means Bronson Reed going to win. I don't see. What I'm saying it's so many ways to look and view this thing. But maybe they'll talk about that Monday night. That's the point of the conversation. And we'll probably hear from Gunther. We'll probably see what's going on. But We are on the road to WrestleMania. The Elimination Chamber is the spot. You think it's Naomi? Did she have a baby? You think she had a baby? Hey, it's possible. That's what I'm saying. It's possible. It could be Bianca. It could be. I don't know who else it could be. I don't know. I know who it better not be. I better not say his name. He might jump in the box right now. That's my co-host guy, Joe Henry. That's his guy. He believes in him. If he jump out the box, I'm falling the hell out. Somebody said it's Joe Henry. I believe if he jump out that, woo, that would be so crazy. I don't know who's. That's what I'm saying. They got this box looking thing. I'm like, what the hell is this box for? Now we're gonna see it on Monday night. Oh, send it back over. You think it's possible? Hey, it's possible. It could be him. It could be. I don't think they letting Edge come back, so it ain't him. I don't. I hey. I don't know. Maybe it's over Femi if Brock Lesnar comes down. I don't know how they. I don't know what this box means, but maybe we'll get some more information Monday. That's the point of the situation. Um, Shout out to the 9%. I see Tay's back to herself. She's showing up. She's doing her little mukbangs and having the conversation. Shout out to her. My 33 brother, he getting himself together. He about to come back through. Uh, BDB in the cuts, still doing Family Feud, gaming shows and things like that. Santina's been making her little views, but I'm gonna just call the one that's been missing. Commander, we miss you. We hope you all right. Uh, Hope to see you soon. But that's just the way the shows. that's but that's just us, man. We just we stick together. We come through. We check on each other a lot. You know what I mean? So we all coming back. We all coming through. Shout out to the 9%. But the scores that was given tonight were brought to you by the 9%. We're better you is a better us. So with that being said, I appreciate my 33 brother coming through. I did start a little bit late tonight, but we'll be back Monday for sure. You know, uh, to talk about the results from or recap Monday Night Raw. So with that being said, from the Channel 9 studio, this is Mr. 33. Did I miss anybody? Realist was realist. Boy, you be covering it. Realist, did you see anything on SmackDown tonight? Because I was about to shut it down, but if you ain't see something, let me know what you missed. I'll recap it. You know what I mean? But I was just on my way out the door. Be quite honest with you. But I always make exceptions for the day ones. You know what I'm saying? What you caught today, realist? No, man. You ain't catch nothing. You ain't see nothing. So pretty much what happened was, I just summed it up, but I'll sum it up again. They started the show with Cody. Jacob said he should have won the match. They won. They got at it real quick. They called Drew out. Drew was in the crowd. Drew was sent home, right? But that ain't what really happened, right? Because we see later we'll find that out later on. We see Kiana James got the victory over uh, Charlotte and Nia, so she's going to the Elimination Chamber. Uh, Whooped that trick, got the victory over Carmelo and Damian Priest. So he's a participant of the Elimination Chamber. Uh, Sammy and Cody got it. Sammy and Cody got into it because Cody. Sammy said he tried to look out for Cody and he cross rolls him and cost him the match. Cody said mother. Well, he pretty much said that's on you. You got to get yourself together. The only person stopping you is you. You can't keep waiting on somebody to give you breaks, right? And then what else happened? Tiffany had a little quick match against Albert Fry. Jay telling everybody, I don't care if it's Liv Morgan or whoever wins this elimination chamber. I don't care if it's Rhea, whoever. I'm that bitch. So if you pick me, I'm the bitch. I'm gonna stomp you out pretty much. What else happened tonight? Uh, Lash Legend and Nia Jax, they got a rematch for the tag titles. Rhea was on the show. She was fighting Julia. It was all right, but Nia came and interfered in the match. Lash took her out. Then Io came, took both of them out. Randy Orton had a match against Aleister Black. Drew McIntyre came in, hit him in the face with the belt, causing him to lose. Uh, that's pretty much a SmackDown. Well, who else fought today? Tama Tonga got a little victory over Dragunov, and then Solo told him, "Listen, I know you trying to get that belt, but we need to focus on his lantern." Um, then Uncle Howdy told him, "Listen, you hide behind your family, but let's see how you fight when you by yourself or stand up by yourself or whatever." Oh damn, that's what it was. See, now they showing the commercial now. So tomorrow is the war game. I mean, next Saturday is chamber match. That's what they were talking about. Chamber match Saturday. So that's what they were talking about. Um, Speaking of the chamber match, the final spot is Monday. It's going to be for the men. It's going to be Bronson Reed, original Grande Americano, and Jey Uso for the men. Io, Kyrie Sane, and Raquel Rodriguez for the women. So those are the spots. Those are the spots for the last spot for the elimination chamber. They showed the box. I don't even know. I don't even know if you know about the box, right? They've been passing this box along from SmackDown to Raw. So they sent it to SmackDown. He said, "Yo, send that shit back to Raw." I'm just like, just send that shit to Elimination Chamber because it says don't open it till the 28th. Just send it there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of what happened as far as SmackDown. I don't think I missed anything. All right, that's what's up though. You know what I mean? As long as everybody's good. I see that. I see the chef. The other chef ain't been around lately. He probably over there. He probably trying to cook a Maverick victory somewhere because he ain't been around. See what I'm saying? So but yeah, that was just the gist of what happened. And I just gave you the preview to Monday as far as the matches for the elimination chamber because that like I said, next Saturday is the actual event. So the three from SmackDown is going to be damn, Kiana James, Miss Bliss, and who else won over there? I forgot. I forgot the five participants already. How did I do that? Hold on one second. Let me give y'all the participants that won so far already. Because I just had it and you drinking lavender? Damn, boy, you good. Tiffy. Yeah, Tiffy time. I don't know why. Because they just pushing up for no reason. Okay, so far for the females from SmackDown is Tiffy, Miss Bliss, and Kiana James. From Raw is Rhea Ripley and Oscar. For the men it's Trick, Cody, and Randy Orton. Did Tiffy win? She won her match against Albert Fry. Yeah, she won her match against Albert Fry. That was like That was one of those 15-minute doze off. You wake up, it was over. So yeah, so like I said, once again, I'll go over it again. Randy Orton, LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, Javon Evans, and Trick Williams. With Monday's winner being the last one to enter the chamber. And for the women, you got Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley, Miss Bliss, Oscar, and Kiana James. And whoever wins Monday between Kyrie, and Raquel will be the sixth person. And for the men, it's going to be Jay, Bronson Reed, and El Grande Americano, the OG one, the little one, the Chad Gable looking one. And let me just say this: going in, since we previewing Monday, if the Vision don't get nobody in this thing, what the hell are we thinking about? What are they going to do with the Vision? We know Braun is out, right? So we know he's not going to count, right? He can't fight no time soon. We saw Austin Theory lose his thing. We saw Logan Paul lose his opportunity. But if none of them make it, but that means the match. So interestingly enough, will the Masked Man come and interfere on Monday's match? This is why we gotta watch the show. You see what I'm saying? Will the Masked Man, is he gonna literally keep all three of the Vision people out? Is, one could have said it was that curve stomp that got Breaker up out of there, right? So you know what I mean? It's so many dynamics to look for on Monday. Will the Masked Man come? Will he stomp Bronson Reed? Will he help Bronson Reed? Because some people think he working with Bronson. Who knows? I don't know what's going on, right? But the fact is, we got to figure that out. Will Jay get the momentum to get to another elimination chamber just to even out the score? 3 Raw, 3 SmackDown, or will I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't know what to think. Who knows? Grande Americano might get in there. That's what I be thinking. Because, like I said, the fact that they got three young people, they got Javon, Trick, and Kiana James. Like I said, all of these guys came from SmackDown. They came from NXT not even a year ago. Right? I think, I want to say 6 months. Right? They got them in the chamber. You got Obafemi. They got him looking like Goldberg right now. They already got Lyra Valkyria running around with. She had like 2 or 3 belts, right? Stephanie Valkyria, she's the women's champ. Uh, Jay didn't go to NXT, but she just got there about over a year. That whole Vision concept blew up when Seth got hurt. I don't think they were supposed to turn on him until Mania. They had to accelerate the whole thing. Then Braun, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But lately, the whole funny part is, right? We saw the Masked Man come in and stomp on Austin Theory in his match. We saw him last week when he stomped on, was that Theory last week or was it Paul? He stomped on 2 of the 3 of them, 2 of the 3 that's left, right? And then we got to see if that happens. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying, like I said, I'm trying to understand what's going on because we know for one thing's for sure, we know Paul Heyman ain't dealing with no losers. We know that off gate. He ain't never been around a loser. You saw his time with Punk. You see his time with Roman. You saw his time with Brock Lesnar. He tried to. You see what happened when Seth got the belt right with him. You see what I'm saying? I'm going with the champ. So you gotta, Paul Heyman's the key. If he start acting leery, right? And that's what I'm saying. And Bronson Reed is fighting Monday. That's what I'm saying. Will he interfere in the Elimination Chamber qualifying match? You see what I'm saying? If he stomps him, it's somebody with a vision issue. But then if he don't stomp him, then they're gonna say he might be working with Bronson Reed. So that's why I'm saying we got to keep our eye out for Monday. If we keep our eye out for Monday, we'll see what's happening. If we see what's happening, like I said, because if Bronson does get in there, That masked man coming Monday or Saturday at the chamber. So we got to keep our eyes open for all of these type of situations, especially on Monday. Like I said, but keep your eye on Paul Heyman. Like I said, Paul Heyman ain't dealing with no losers. So if none of them get in there, he gonna tell a vision, FAFO. One of y'all don't get in there, fuck around and find out I won't be in y'all corner too much longer. You know what I'm saying? So, it like I said, we gonna look forward to Monday night. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. We're gonna see who's gonna be the last two to enter the chamber. And then, we're gonna hear Punk talking like he talking. Now you gotta watch, y'all. If you watch wrestling, you gotta watch what happens between Punk and Finn Balor. Whoever's standing up, 9 times out of 10, if they squabble, he ain't gonna the one that's standing up ain't gonna win that belt. So I'm just giving y'all a heads up. So I'm looking forward to that. Because if we see Finn Balor standing up alone, I mean he ain't gonna win that chip. He can throw that in the garbage. But if we see him like fighting off, telling everybody to stay in the back and doing that, he got a shot. And then we got to see what's going on with AJ and Becky Lynch, because that's the other match that's in the chamber. That's not actually the elimination chamber itself. You know what I mean? If they go at it, who's standing up? Like last week, we saw Becky run out there and try to squash her or whatever. So, like I said, we got to watch Monday. All the clues is going to be there, y'all. Put your investigating glasses on, or put your investigating eyes in. See what's happening. But like I said, we'll be here Monday night to talk about that. 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. But we'll be here. Like I said, we spoke about the basketball. Ain't no more basketball games on tonight right now. We did all we needed to do. We spoke about the upcoming fantasy league for football. We spoke about SmackDown. We previewed Raw a little bit because that's all the matches we know of so far. And so I think I got you guys ready for Monday. Some of y'all probably already pumped up and ready to watch Monday, but we will be here to recap that. So from the Channel 9 studio, shout out to Realist coming through, giving my day one the rundown, because I know a lot of people be moving around. That's why I like coming on late, so that way everybody can catch the recap. Because hey, it's Friday night. Some people just got paid. I ain't gonna sing it Johnny Cash or Freddie Cash or whatever your name was. I ain't gonna sing your song, but people out there partying. But I ain't had no problem, recapping it again for realists. But I appreciate everybody coming through. My 33 brother, you know what I mean. Get yourself ready. Get yourself well. Uh, we see you in a minute. Shout out the realists coming through. Uh, Make sure I don't think I missed anybody else. No, shout out to everybody that's here that came through. Things like that. With that be, don't do that. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. But with that being said, though, from the Channel 9 studio, from the Channel 9 studio, hey, Chef, if you out there catching the replay, hey, we ain't hear from you. Check in. Good morning, Lisa J. The number lady's in the building. She's in the building, y'all. Appreciate her coming through. But, I just wanted to say thank you for everybody stopping through. You know what I mean? Like, I started off a little bit late tonight, but I wasn't the only one that came late. But I did what I needed to do. I recapped SmackDown for you guys, and we'll be back Monday at 11:30. So with that being said, from the Channel 9 studio, this is Mr. 33 signing off. I'll see you guys Monday. Appreciate y'all. I'm out.